it's Anne, and this is Books, Yarn, and Tea, and I am back with my first review. This week is Banned Books Week, which is a pretty big deal in the library world. So I'm going to be looking at The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Sherman Alexie, which has been banned, I think in let's get the iPad, in 3 states, Missouri, Washington, and Wyoming. All relatively recently in 2010 and 2011. I also picked this book to read because my library has what we're calling On the Same Page, which is kind of a community-wide read. It's just kind of a way to foster discussion amongst people and convince people to read because everyone else is reading. But it was interesting to pick a banned book for that. I got through this in about, 3 hours. It's a really quick read. It's a YA book that is actually semi-autobiographical. I think Sherman Alexie said it's about 78% true. So he is very similar to the character of Junior, or Arnold Spirit Jr. He's referred to as Junior on the reservation and Arnold in school in the white community of Reardon. So there's kind of an interesting change in names that's associated with reading. But it reminded me a fair amount of Catcher in the Rye. I think Junior is a much more likable character than Holden Caulfield. Junior was born with what he says is water on the brain, so an excess of brain fluid, and has really been surviving ever since. He's had to overcome speech impediments and seizures and all sorts of things in a reservation community that's extremely poor. His father is an alcoholic, his mother is an ex-alcoholic, his sister graduated from high school and then never really did anything with her life. So he's stuck in this kind of vacuum that he really, really wants to get out of. He has the opportunity to go to Reardon, which is a white community about 22 miles outside of his reservation, which is near Spokane, Washington. And these are all real places. This is where Sherman Alexie grew up. He went to Reardon High School. So it's a very real feel. Obviously, with the title, it's a diary. It's a very conversational style. It's very approachable. Junior is a very, very good cartoonist. This is illustrated by Ellen Forney, and there are little comics throughout, which really help develop the story a lot. I would definitely recommend this. I think it would have been interesting to read this book when I was in high school. I'm not sure if I would have liked it as much as I like it now. You definitely can see Junior growing over the course of this book. It's described on the Wikipedia page as a Bildungsroman, which, as a German major, I am so familiar with. That's a coming-of-age story, essentially. It's interesting that it's been banned. I can see some of it. There's a fair amount of sexual content just because he's a 14-year-old boy. What else are you going to think about? There's some language, but I think probably the reason that it's been banned is the discussion of poverty and alcoholism, which is so prevalent on Native American reservations. I feel like that may be more of the issue. I really enjoyed this book. It's a quick read. Let me know in the comments if you read this book, what you thought about it. I was not a fan of Catcher in the Rye when I read it in high school. Kind of considering rereading it now, actually, after this book. So there's that. My Twitter account, Goodreads, and Riffle, which is a kind of similar thing to Goodreads. I like it a little bit more. It's a little bit more visual. Accounts are listed in the thing. Subscribe if you're interested in more reviews. I will have a couple more reviews coming, including a couple books that I don't think are typical for BookTube to review. So I will see you next time. Bye!